Hi, Kana. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Hi.
Wait a minute.
Okay. How is everyone doing? How was your weekend?
Hot. It's
Hot?
30 degrees here in Canada, and Philippines is 9. How did that happen?
It's summer. It's summer?
World's turned upside down.
Ah. That's good. What time is it? Who's gonna pray today? Dominic, will you start us off with prayer?
All right, let's pray.
Mm.
Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day that you have prepared for us to learn and to sit at your feet, Lord. Thank you for this opportunity, Lord, that we can gather together and we can discuss and we can learn more about you. I pray that your anointing be over our lecturer, Lord, and be all over our students. May we open our hearts and open our spiritual ears, Lord. May we be willing and able to learn more. I pray that you'll be with us in everything that we do. Forgive us our sins.
Mm.
Be with us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Let me just check who's
Amen.
here. Is Romero here? Yes, I can see you.
Amen.
Amos,
Yes, here.
I can see Sharon. Finhas,
Yes, ma'am.
Ethel is here. Jeep. Okay. Ami. Okay. Steven, I think I saw you. Walter, I think I've seen you. Kana, Dominic, there. Albert, I can see you.
Yes.
Grace, is Grace here? Sanghyun, I think you're here, and Zompi. Hey, Zompi.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, and then James, I think I've seen James. Yeah, okay. All right. I forgot to say we should have prayed for, I'm not sure anybody knows about them, whether they've arrived, Samson and Mele and his wife.
I was just talking to Samson before Ate.
Yeah,
They literally just arrived not long ago.
yeah, I thought
So
so.
he's trying to settle himself.
Yeah.
How are they?
A
What
lot of
happened?
jet lag. So yeah, I've tried contacting him again for class, but yeah.
Yeah, I doubt he'll make it for class.
What happened?
There he is.
He's gone back to Hawaii.
There he
Okay,
is.
I just checking in. Sorry, man.
Oh, you made it.
Yeah.
Bravo!
Well done.
That is good.
Thank you. That is good, bro.
Wow. I was just telling the class I don't think you'll make it. Because I know you've been struggling. So
Yeah.
I had your back, bro. Don't worry, I had your back.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks, bro.
Come on, Sparta.
he was already pleading on your behalf. So you better be nice to Dominic.
Did Samson go? Are you in Hawaii, Samson?
Oh, your
Yeah, I'm in
answers to your
quarantine right
assignment.
now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm glad you're able to make it. I didn't think you'd be able to make it with all the jet lag and everything. So we are happy to have you today. We trust you'll stay awake. All right, so let's get started. Today, we'll be looking at lesson number 8. Lesson number 8. And you can be assured today I will not be sharing my screens. I have now learned how to do it.
Oh, good.
Oh my, so sorry about that.
No need to apologize. No need.
Because you were happy to read what I was writing.
I was hoping some of the answers came on your screen.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Yours isn't here.
Okay, so who will read the lesson sentence? Let me see. Sang-hyun, you want to try? Please
Yes,
unmute. Please unmute your mic.
Yes, ma'am, I will try.
Okay.
Beyadau
Mm-hmm.
Kishemi
Yes.
Adonai.
Oh, very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ve'adau ki shemi Adonai. That's our letter. So what is our verb?
You.
We start off by looking for a verb. What is our verb?
There it is.
No, ki shemi Adonai. What is our verb?
You. Because.
Steven, what is our verb?
Missing letter, right, ma'am?
Letter, yeah.
Yada.
Da, Ain,
Steven,
You.
which is our verb?
The first one,
Okay. What can you see? What makes you say it's the verb? What can you see?
conversely.
Uh-huh.
I think, yeah.
And when we said we have verb conversive, what are the indicators of a verb conversive?
Da and the ending u.
Yeah, the ending is u, but the beginning. Can you see the beginning? What do we have when we have the verb conversive? What do we usually have at the beginning? Verb and then?
Van,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay. Who can help him? When we have the prefix form, what do we have in the beginning? We have the verb and then what comes under the verb?
And last punch.
Yes. You remember what you were taught? There's the verb.
Pata,
And then pata.
Tageshi.
And then dageshi forte. But do we have pata?
No.
No,
No.
Does the yod have dageshi forte?
no.
No.
Okay. So this is not a prefix. This is not a verb conversive.
So I
This
just
is something else. So we are going to, that's what we are going to be talking about this morning. We'll be looking at the first yod verbs in the affix form, and then the verb reversive, which is different from the verb conversive, and then pronominal suffix, and then the meteg. So you see, I'd like, who read for us? Phineas, can you read for us?
Okay.
Hmm?
Veya deu ki shemi Adonai.
Okay.
Find the verb via the u. It seems to have a prefix pronoun and complement.
Yeah.
Root the
Dalet and ayin.
non-root consonants. There is verb conjunction meaning and.
Yes.
U is a plural verb ending, and U rarely ends anything except a verb form.
Okay.
It can be either 3CPL or 3MPL prefix. It depends on the yod.
Yeah. So here it looks like this is the prefix complement, and this looks like a verb. This is a verb conjunction, and this is a plural ending. We know that it can be either 3CP or 3MLP, and it will depend on this yod, whether this is a prefix pronoun or not. If this is a prefix pronoun, then this verb is in the prefix form, okay? But the question is this a prefix form? So we will continue, let's continue with that and see. We find that the first verb, this yod is not a prefix pronoun, but it is not a prefix pronoun, but it is part of the root. Okay, it is part of the root. It cannot be a prefix pronoun because this is a verb conjunction. Okay, and as we've learned as you've seen, let me just read this for you. As we've learned just this time for this time in Hebrew, we can say that the prefix usually comes with a verb conversive, sorry, but it's only occasionally that we see it comes with a verb conjunction. So in this case, this cannot, I mean, at this level and based on what we have already learned, this cannot be a verb conversive, because a verb conversive usually has the pata and the dageshi forte. Okay, that's what we have learned. But this is just a verb conjunction, and then we have these three root letters. We have yod, dalet, and ayin, and then we have a complement at an ending there, a complement at the end, which is not a prefix complement. Because so under the kamet, we see that, under the yod, we see there's a kamet. We had said in the, when we talked about the second rule, missing letter rule, that when you have kamets under the prefix pronoun, what is the missing letter?
The middle.
Correct. Yeah, thanks, Ethel. That's the middle letter is the missing letter. And what would it be? What would the missing letter be? Ami?
Hello verb.
Who is answering?
It was Albert.
Okay, Albert, just say it loudly. What would the missing letter be?
It's gonna be a U. Yes.
Yes.
What?
That would be the missing letter. But now, if we say that this is a prefix pronoun and there is a missing letter, so we have dalet and ayin, which means that the U or the E would have to be somewhere here, right?
Yes.
But if you look at your Hebrew, the vocabulary that we have, and we look at the Hebrew words, there is no word like D, with the hirek plane. We don't have a word like this in Hebrew. Neither do we have do in Hebrew. So that should be able to tell you when you think of your vocabulary, and that's why it's important for us to continuously memorize our vocabulary, because you will realize that there is no word like D or do. So this probably must be, the three of them must probably be the root, the root letters. So the root of this word is yada. Okay?
No.
Are you getting up to there?
Yes.
Okay. So our root letters will be yod, dalet, and ayin. So our root letters will be yod, dalet, and ayin, which is yada. So which leaves us with the verb, the verb which looks like a verb conjunction, and this ending. Okay. So
And
what are
but
they?
or.
Huh? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's and but or, right?
Yeah. Ooh. So now we are going to talk about the verb, what this verb is. This is a verb reversive. You've not learned about it, you've only learned about the verb conversive. When this verb conjunction is attached to an affix form, this verb with the shewa is known as the verb reversive. So it is usually, when we translate it as future tense, like something that is going to happen, okay? We've been translating the affix form in past tense. We've been translating the verb conversive with the prefix in past tense. But now we are about to see a new tense. So for convenience, let me just explain it further. You see, in the past tense, we see it as a complete, the past tense is a complete action. Something has already happened, okay? So we see that in the affix, without this verb, as we have been seeing over the last few lessons, the affix without the verb conjunction has the meaning of a completed action. And that's why we say, like Shama, we say, he listened. It has already happened. And that's why when we have the prefix form plus the verb conversive, it also has the same meaning of a completed action, something that has already happened, okay? So affix without the verb conjunction and without the verb conjunction has the tense of a completed action. It has already happened. He came, he entered, he went, he spoke, it has already happened. But now we are coming now to look at the future tense. And I will just speak about this a little bit. In the prefix form, when we have the prefix form, when you have a prefix pronoun and maybe a prefix complement at the end of a verb, without the verb, the tense changes. So we don't have the verb conversive, you don't have the verb which comes with the verb conversive, you only have the yod, the root letters, and in some cases, the prefix complement. When that happens, the meaning changes, the translation of the word changes, and instead we have the future tense. So the prefix will have the future tense, which is I will do something, or I will speak, I will eat, I will whatever it is the verb is. When we have the verb reversive, which is the verb with the affix, it also has the same meaning of an incomplete action. So when we have this verb verb reversive, it changes how we are going to translate this word. Okay, are we together up to there? You understand? Should I? Okay. I don't want to lose you because it's very important that we understand this at this time, because now we are shifting from we've been translating all the verbs, he did, he came, he went, all in past tense, but now the tense is changing, and that's why it's important for us to be able to understand this new change and what the verb reversive does. So again, I just want to repeat, in the affix, without the verb conjunction, it is translated the same way we would translate the verb conversive with the verb conversive and the prefix form of a verb. But now in the future tense, an incomplete action, something that is going to happen, the prefix does not have the verb conversive. It only has the prefix pronoun, the verb, and the maybe prefix complement, depending on what person and gender that it is. Now, with the with the affix form, when it has the verb, like we see here in our lesson sentence, the verb conjunction, then it changes the tense, and we call this verb the verb reversive. Okay? So when you're filling in your verb analysis, in the special features form, we do not write verb conversive, but we write verb reversive. If this is our lesson, if this is the verb that you'd be working with, you now put in verb reversive. Okay, so which indicates that this is an incomplete action, and it also indicates that you will have to try, the meaning will be very different from if it did not have this verb conjunction. Okay, so let's move on. So let's now analyze the verb. So we see that it is in the Carl stem, an affix, because we have something here. The yod is not a prefix pronoun, as you see, but it is part of the root letter, as we have said. So the root letter is yada. Sorry, the root letter is yod, dalet, and ayin. These are the root letters. So there's no, so this is Carl stem, because we don't have the Geshe forte here, so we know for sure it's not PL. We've only learned two stems, the Carl and the PL stem. Okay, so then it is affix. PGN is 3CP, third person common plural, because of this. And then the special features, again, I'm just reminding us, let us be very careful with this part. It is no longer, depending on the verb, it could be verb conversive or verb reversive. So you need to be very careful now when you are filling in the special features form. So our translation now will be, and they will know. And they will know. Ami, I just want to ask you, if we didn't have this verb conjunction here, and we only had yod, dalet, ayin, and u, how would you translate it?
Me?
Ami,
Yes.
yes. If we didn't have this.
They
They
will know.
Yes, they will. No, not they will know. If we didn't have this verb here. Oh, yeah.
They will know.
No, this is not. This is now without the. We are now dealing with it without the. Translate it without this, the verb conjunction. You only have yod, dalet, ayin, and u.
They will know. They know.
Past tense. You are getting it now. You understanding it?
They knew.
This is a past tense.
They knew.
They knew. Okay. So when we remove the verb conjunction, the meaning changes, and now it becomes past tense, a completed action. They knew. But with the verb conjunction, we now translate, sorry, with the verb reversive, we now translate it as, and they will know. So be careful when you're doing the translation of this, and they will know. Okay. So under the yod, it looked like the kamet, and so it looks like a prefix pronoun with the kamet indicating that we are having a hollow verb, but actually that is not it. This is part again of the root letter yod, dalet, ayin. But below that yod, we see that we have the kamet and a little small vertical line. Can you see it?
Yes.
There's a small vertical line to the left of the kamet, which is under the yod. So we call this a meteg. And you will see it frequently. And I want you to take note of it because it's going to be very helpful when you are faced with a kamet, because it indicates a slight hesitation in pronunciation. So between the vowel and the following consonant. So the meteg keeps the syllable open. So the kamet cannot be a kamet too, and it shows that the following shewa is a vocal shewa. Okay, so since we have identified that this is part of the root letters, okay, when we break it down and we put it in a syllable form, if we were to break it down, what would be the syllables of, how would we break down this verb? into syllables. Forget about this, don't think about that, and don't think about that. When we are breaking down this into syllables, how would we break it down?
Yod. Yod is one syllable.
Okay, yod
and dai.
And?
Dalet.
Okay, yod. Okay, so the first syllable would be yod with the vowel. This is one syllable. And then we have dalet and the shewa and ayin. That's a second.
Yeah.
That's another syllable. Now, what did we say? What syllable is this? Is this an open or a closed syllable?
Open.
Open.
Romero, why is it an open syllable?
Yeah, because of the patah.
Meteg.
Because of the
patah.
There is no patah. This vowel is?
Kamat. Sorry.
Kamet.
Kamat.
Yeah,
Kamet.
because of the kamet. Yeah. So we say that when we have a consonant and it ends when the syllable ends with a vowel, it becomes an open syllable. When it ends with a consonant, it is a closed syllable. Now, what did we say? How do we identify the kamet hatuf? Is it in a closed, does it come in a closed syllable or an open syllable?
Closed.
Closed syllable. Okay, correct. Closed syllable. So we said that, let me just remind you again, how to identify that it is a kamet hatuf. It has to be in a closed syllable. Sorry. Yes, it has to be in a closed syllable and it has to be unaccented, which means that it should be in a closed syllable which ends with a consonant and unaccented. So this is a closed syllable, but it is accented. And this is, remember we said the last syllable is always accented, even though it does not show the sign of the accent sign. The yod and the kamet is an open syllable. So this cannot be a kamet hatuf because of that. Again, I just want to repeat that again. A kamet hatuf usually is found in a closed syllable, which is also unaccented. Now this is an open syllable. So these kamets here cannot be kamet hatuf, but it's just the kamet itself, okay? And so is the shewa now, oh, you can already see. Anyway, is this a vocal or silent shewa? The shewa under the dalet.
Vocal.
Vocal.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Kametsu is
Because it's following the metric.
because it's following
The metric.
long vowel.
because it's following a long vowel action. Yeah, it's following a long vowel. When the shewa follows a short vowel, it's usually a silent shewa. When it follows a long vowel, it is long vowel. Sorry, it's a vocal shewa. So do you understand about the meteg?
Yes.
So when you see the meteg, you know that it is when you see the meteg, you know that it is a kamet and not a kamet hatuf, because there sometimes you find in a sentence, in a word, you have the kamet here and another kamet, and it's not very clear whether it's a kamet hatuf or just a regular kamet. And so this meteg is very helpful and is an indicator and can help you know that this is actually a kamet and not a kamet hatuf. So it will help you also in terms of the pronunciation. And so it helps us also, you don't pronounce the word speedily. It gives you a little bit of a pause or a very slight pause. Yada, something like that in terms of pronunciation. Yeah. So do you have any question with that?
Ma'am,
Or have you-
regarding the verb reversive,
Yes.
if it is like verb and shua, verb shewa, then it's always is for the indicating for the future. The
If it
form
is
verb
if,
shewa.
okay, if it is attached to an affix form, if it's connected to an affix form, it will be, now it's no longer, we refer to it as the verb reversive and no longer verb conjunction when it is here together with verb. So that becomes verb reversive. Okay? So when it is together with the affix form, the tense when it is translated will be future tense. So we translate it and they will know, and not and they knew. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. So here we see ki shemi, and shemi is, the root word here is what? What did you find in your vocabulary?
Shemi.
Not the, what is the root of shemi?
Shem. There. Name. Shem.
Yes, Shem.
Does it say
Name.
Shem.
Shem? That means name.
Yes, Shem means name. But when we have it with this hirek plane, with the pronominal suffix, which has a hirek here and a yod here, it has the sound, it becomes shemi, which means my name. Okay? So this hirek yod, as you can see, is a pronominal suffix that indicates one CSG, which means my or me. Okay? So, and then we have ki, which means for, that, when, but, because. Therefore, the meaning of ki shemi Adonai is,
But because, yeah.
Can somebody read the meaning for us?
That my name is the Lord.
My name is the Lord. That my name is the Lord. Okay? So our final translation will be, and they will know that my name is the Lord. I want us to look at the pronominal suffixes. We have two types of pronominal suffixes. We have the possessive and the objective. Okay? So and we have two types of the pronominal suffixes. So these pronominal suffixes, they usually appear with nouns or nouns and prepositions, and sometimes with the definite direct object marker. You remember the definite direct object marker? What is it? Et. Correct. It is et. So we have that. It normally comes together with that to help us know whether the object is, whether it is possessive or objective. So when it appears in nouns, most of the times when it appears with nouns, it is possessive, like we have just seen with, let's go back to this, like we've seen shemi. Shemi is possessive, which means my name, which belongs to me, okay? But when it comes with a preposition, it will mean, let's say we have le. Let's say we have something like le, it will be objective. See, like when we have something like le, le is a preposition, okay? So when it comes with le, it will be li, and so that will be to me.
To me.
Okay? To me. And then, but then this is, because it's coming with a noun, so it is shemi, which makes this possessive and not objective. So it comes with my. Okay? So that's something to remember, even as when you're doing the translation, to see how does it come? Does it come with a preposition, or does it come with a noun, or does it come with a definite direct object marker? So that would be able to help us know how to translate it. So let's go back to the charts. You need to memorize these charts. You need to memorize this chart. Okay, I see Dominic is already looking discouraged. You need to memorize this chart because so that you can be able to identify the different pronominal suffixes. One thing we need to know also is that the pronominal suffixes, they have person, they have gender, and they have number. So that's why we have the 1CS, 2MS, so that you can know the different ones, what it symbolizes or what it translates to. So it is important for us to memorize them and to know which is which. So let's just go through them. This is type 1. Okay, let's start. E, ka, k. Actually, this one has no sound because this shower is silent. Most of the time in the sentence it will be silent, but some. So then we have O, A, and here I want you to take note of this. Is this Dageshi Forte or Lene?
Dageshi Forte. Wait.
Is that Dageshi?
Dageshi Forte.
Maybe Turkish Lene because
Dageshi Lene.
Turkish Lene.
Okay, okay, I had Sharon saying it's Dageshi Lene. Why is it Dageshi Lene?
If there is Dageshi Lene Bugatti Pekhat,
The party letters.
Yeah, and then the Dageshi Forte have two double consonant. So
okay.
Yeah.
Sharon, just hold it there for 1 minute. Amos, can you tell us what are the Begati Kepati letters?
Begati Kepati letters are Bet, Gimel, Dalet,
Oh, I know why.
Kaf, like Pe and
sorry, just that
Kaf.
again. I didn't hear. I can't hear you clearly.
Oh, sorry. So like Begati Kepati letters Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Kaf, Kaf, Pe, and Tav.
Very good. Okay, so we come back to this, Sharon. The Begati Kepati letters are Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Kaf, Pe, and Tav. So you see, this does not fall into that category. So this cannot be Dageshi Lene.
That's guttural, isn't it?
Yes, it's a guttural. Therefore, it cannot also be a Dageshi Forte. So this, actually, I want you to take note of this. This is called a mapik. Let me, we don't have it in our notes. It's called a mapik.
Mapik.
Yeah.
So, Elavanya, please.
Yes.
For that one, the art, so it's a Dagesh Forte or Dagesh Lene?
It is not any of the two.
Not any of the two.
Yeah, because this is not doubled. Because guttural letters do not also take the Dageshi.
Okay.
No, it's neither.
So you mean it's not Dageshi Lene, it's not Dageshi Forte?
Yes.
So what is this?
It is Mapik.
Mapik.
Yeah. So that is what it is called. So the reason I have made you go through that is so that when you see it at the end of a noun or the end of a noun or a preposition, you will be careful to make sure to check and see, okay, now we have three things. Is it a Dageshi Lene? This cannot be Dageshi Lene, Dageshi Forte because it's coming at the end, and we have explained it a little bit. So you need to know that when you see this kamet and this hair with this dot in the middle, but it is not Dageshi Lene or Dageshi Forte, it is a pronominal suffix in the third person female singular. It's an indicator for the third person female singular. You need to take, the reason I'm also explaining to you is you need to take note because there are different, hair appears in different forms for different things. Yeah. What are you asking something?
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were asking something.
No.
Okay, so please take note of that so that when you see it at the end of a noun or a word, I mean, you will be careful to check whether it's a Dageshi Forte Lene or it is actually the end of a, it's actually the end, it's the third person female singular, okay? Pronominal suffix. So let's be careful with that one also.
But it looks like the feminine absolute without the dot.
Yes.
So it's that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you have to be very careful with it. That's why I was drawing your attention to it so that you, I mean, you know, sometimes you can just see it and it looks like part of the whole root and it's like, it's just there, you know, but it has a purpose in this case, okay? So then we have nu. Let's go, let's continue. Nu.
Nu.
Kem.
Do.
Hem.
Ken.
Hem.
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 Hen.
So
And
what is that when we memorize?
Yeah, so we have to memorize them.
Yikaku.
Another helpful thing with the, just for you to take note of with the type 2 pronominal suffixes, if you look at it carefully, you'll see that there is yod almost everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? There is yod almost everywhere. So when you have, actually we do have yod. If you look, there's yod, yod, yod. This should give you an indicator that this is a type 2 pronominal suffix. Okay? So we have type 1 and we have type 2. So they are different in the way they present themselves. So we have, this one has a goal, yod, and then the ka at the end of it all. Okay? So both type 1 and type 2, they can be both possessive and objective. Okay? So when you see this type 1, it can be both my or me, depending on what it is attached to, or it can be even this type 2, I can be my or me, depending on what it is attached to. Okay? So are we understanding that? So we need to memorize this chart. And this, like this one, I think we have seen this a lot of times, the ayub.
Yeah.
I think we have seen this one quite a bit in the last assignments or even in our lesson sentences, this one. I think we have seen it quite a bit. Normally coming as elayib. Elayib. So to him, because it comes with a preposition el, that is why we've been having, that's why we've been translating it as to him. To him, okay? Because it comes with a preposition. To him. Do we have any questions about the preposition? The pronominal suffixes?
May we know that why there are two different types? Is there any different usages or type 1 and type 2 appears in some conditions or something for these two differences?
Okay, so except for some, okay, the type 1, with a few exceptions, of course, type 1 will usually occur with singular nouns. But then this is not a complete rule. There are, of course, exceptions to the rule, but type 1 suffixes usually occur with singular nouns. And then type 2 occur with plural nouns. But you know, like this is how it happens, but sometimes we have exceptions to the rule. Although the main rule is that type 1 will occur with singular nouns and type 2 with plural nouns. Is there another question? But that is the general rule, okay? But with a few, I mean, later on you find some exceptions to that rule, okay?
Yes.
I want us to go on and move a bit further with, I want you to go to your textbooks. And go to page 52 of your textbook.
Mom, I have a question.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Before the screen, the translation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, yeah. Key shemi.
Key shemi, yeah.
Yeah. Key meaning is I can see now that. I put it. Cannot say.
The
Cannot
meaning
see that.
is for that, when, but, because. Actually, okay, it is good that you've said that. So that our translation, as we saw, is, and they will know that my name is the Lord.
If I use another because or for, also okay. Not that.
You see, actually, thank you for saying that, because I wanted to highlight this even in terms of our assignments. The thing is, we have been given the different options. You can use for, that, when, but, because. Let's say even in this context that we have of, like in this sentence, you know. But you know, you have to try and see how does it sound in the English and what is the best word that you can use. Because you can actually say, for my name is the Lord, and they will know, for my name is the Lord. But it doesn't sound very smooth in terms of the English translation, because you can also say, and they will know when my name is the Lord. It doesn't make,
because
English, when it now comes into English, it doesn't make sense. So you try to look for the word that is closest, you know, because even like I saw in our translations, assignments, we have the word Shama, right? But Shama can mean he heard or he listened to. I mean, when we have it translated, okay? But sometimes you need to look at your context. Is it better to use heard? If you have like a verb, if you have like elayiv coming after that, you know, and Shama, let's say Shama elayiv, and it says he it is he listened. So you've translated the verb as he listened. And then you ask yourself, if I have elayiv, does it sound better if I say he heard to him or he listened to him? You see, so you try to look at the options that you have within the meanings of your vocabulary, and then you try to see which one actually sounds better in terms of translation. I know it can be a challenge for most of us, because English is not our first language. So sometimes seeing the smoothness in terms of translation may not be so easy for all of us. But the thing is to just try and see, how does it sound to you in terms of translation when you say that he had to him, you know? So when you're trying to translate, try to see how smooth can I get it to? What other option do I have? Shama also means listened to. So you say, he listened to him. So when we are doing the translation, we always try to look for which is the best option, which is the word that best fits within the context that I'm translating in. Because in different contexts, you will use different words, okay? This is just to help us even as we continue with our translation work.
Yeah, thank you, Mom.
Okay, I want us to do something. Let's go to page 52. And the reason I want us to do this is because it is something that will actually probably appear in your final exam. So I want us to practice it a little bit now, so that you'll be more conscious even as we are studying to look out for it. So
When
are
is
you on
final? Oh,
Huh?
not for final, still in August, right?
Yeah, still a little bit away, but just for you to begin now, as we for you to begin to be more attentive as you look at the different verbs that we are seeing, because now we're beginning to see different verbs. We've been seeing there's verb conjunction, we are seeing verb coming in the vowel, we are seeing verb in the prefix complement, we are seeing verb reversive, verb conversive. So we are seeing verb being used in multiple ways. And so I want us to begin to identify and to see how is a verb used, the different forms in which verbs are used. So I just want us to do this exercise a little bit so that we can begin to be more familiar. If you look at 8.6, are we there?
8.6?
Yes. 8.6 in your...
Yeah.
Zopi, can you read for us 8.6? Do you have the text? Your mic. Put on your mic.
Sorry, I don't have textbook.
Okay, Jim, can you read for us 8.6?
Sure. For each vowel in the word below, tell
Can you
whether
read out
the
a bit
vowel is
stronger?
plain.
Can you read out a bit louder?
Sure.
Okay. I know you have a
For
strong
each
voice.
vowel in the word below, tells whether the vowel is plain conjunction, vowel conversive, vowel reversive, possessive suffix, adjective suffix, prefix complement, affix pronoun, part of root of the word, or plain spelling.
Plain spelling. Okay, James, can you look at the first one?
Yes, ma'am.
First word?
The first word.
Okay.
Va Elohim. Va Veha Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that what we are identifying is the verb? Is it a verb conjunction? Is it a verb?
I think it's conjunction.
It's a verb?
Verb conjunction.
Yes, it's a verb conjunction. Because do you want to guess why, or you know why it's a verb conjunction?
Because it's noun. Yeah.
Because it's a noun. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next one. Benu. Beno. The verb there, what kind of a verb is it? Is it a possessive suffix? Is it an object suffix? Verb conversive? Prefix complement? What is it?
Wait.
Stephen. Stephen?
Yes, it's affix pronouns.
Okay, affix pronoun. Why do you say it's an affix pronoun?
I think it's a verb, and it's in the ending of the verb. That is type of affix pronouns.
How does the affix pronoun look like?
Wait me a bit. Oh, it's not affix pronouns. Sorry.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's oh, so vo. I think it's pronomical suffix.
Pronominal suffix.
It's
Yes.
his.
It's a pronominal suffix, which means
He.
his son. Very good. Ben is son. This is Ben. The noon looks different because it's not at the end. Normally the noon looks a bit different. So you need to be careful also. You see, because the noon is not the final noon. That's why it could look different. And so you may not be able to identify that this word is Ben, which means son. So this is his son. His son.
Is this the second word?
Huh? Yeah, the second word.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
You see it now?
Yeah, on the top, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Kana, the next one. That word means hamor. Hamor means donkey. So what is the verb? What is the verb that's there?
None.
There is a verb. Hamor. Look at, we are on page 52.
Yes, yes.
What is the verb at the end? What is it? Is it prefix complement? Is it an affix pronoun? Is it a part of a root?
Prefix complement.
Oh, I don't know. You said it's donkey, right?
Yes, but
So
it is hamor is donkey, but at the end of it there is a verb with a holon.
So it's pronominal suffix.
Yes. So it's a possessive. It's pronominal suffix, which is possessive, which means
his. His.
Yes, his.
3ms3.
Yeah, his donkey.
His donkey.
Okay. Romero, the next one. Elayiv. We can't hear you. Unmute your mic.
I'm sorry, Professor. I'm using the PDF form and it's missing some part.
Oh, okay. Walter?
I think it is because it's in the end, so it is you, your.
Him.
I think it means you. Right?
Where are you?
Is it the
Elayiv.
like you?
Elayiv.
Yeah, I think because it's your vowel is in the ending, right? So it's a pronominal suffix.
Correct.
Yeah. I think it means your.
Huh?
Is it means your?
Elayiv?
Yeah.
To
no, his.
Okay, because it is with a preposition. Remember I said with nouns, it is possessive. With prepositions, it's normally objective. So it is
to you. Or to him. To him.
Yes, to him, correct. To him. That one you need to, that word Elayiv, it is good for you to just even memorize it or just get to know it, because you will see it quite a lot in the Hebrew text. So it's a very common word. Okay. So Sharon, Yom. Is it affix pronoun? Is it a plain spelling? What is it? Is it part of the root, or what is it? Sharon?
Yes. Yom.
Yom, is it?
Yom. Yeah. What is this?
Yom means day. So Yom is a noun, it's a word.
Yeah. So Yom is day.
Yeah. What is the verb in the middle? Is it part of the root? Is it an affix pronoun? Is it a possessive affix?
Yom is just a word. I think nothing.
It is part of the root. The verb is part of the root. It comes
Verb?
Yeah. You see, we have verb and holem. So when you are distinguishing that in terms of what we are talking about, you would say that it is part of the root of the word. You can see we have that on top. Part of the root of the word. Yeah. Because
so,
when
3 MSG?
No. This is holem. Holem plane. So you can either say that this is holem plane, or it's a plane spelling, or you can say that it is part of the root. Because this is a word yom, yod, and then we have holem plane and mem. Okay, so it is part of the word. So when you are asked the question to identify the verb in such a word, you would say that this is part of the root, or you can say plane writing, plane spelling.
It's just the word.
Actually, it's part of the root.
I think this is just a word, meaning is day, same spelling.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. The function of the function of the verb in that word is that it is part of the root letters. So part of the root letters of the word is a yod, and then holem plane, which has a verb in it, and then mem. So when you are told to identify, this is for all of us, when you're told to identify and you have to answer that question, that identify the verb in this word, you should say that it is part of the root because it is part of the word. Okay? It's part of the word, of the root of the word. So when it comes in a question, you should say this is part of the root of the word. Because it's just one of the it's part of the whole word. So to pronounce yom or to spell yom, you have to use yod, holem plane, and mem. And the holem plane is written with a verb and a holem. Okay, so that is the part that the verb is playing in this word.
So,
did I lose you?
So this is not pronominal suffix.
No.
Yeah, not pronominal suffix and no
because
ending.
it is in the middle of the word. Okay, I just want to explain this again so that you understand it. And that's why we are doing it today again. But there are different ways in which we see verb appearing in Hebrew words. Number one, it can appear as a plain conjunction, which is just verb with a shewa. It can come with verb as verb conversion, where we have the verb, the pata, and the dageshi forte. It can appear as a verb conversive, where we have the verb and the shewa. It can also be part of the possessive suffix, and you have seen it in the difference, like in elayir, you still see the verb in it. You can see it coming as, and it can be both possessive suffix and object suffix. And then we see it as a prefix complement where it comes at the end of the word. Sorry, at the end of a prefix form, okay? We have seen it as an affix pronoun where it comes at the end of an affix form. And then we have seen it as part of, it can be part of the root of a word. And then it can be part of a plain spelling, okay? As you see, even in Shrek, you see that you have the verb with a dot in the middle. See, you have
yes.
the verb with a holem, that is holem plane. So those are the different ways in which the verb appears in the Hebrew language. And so that's what this exercise is about.
Yes, so we, you mean, we have to distinguish when we
Yes.
saw the we prefix complement or
Yeah.
pronominal suffix or
Yeah.
part of root word.
Yes.
So this is part of root word.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Yes. Yeah. So there are different ways in which it appears. So okay, so we can continue with that. The idea is to help you to identify the function of the verb, okay? So again, I'm just reminding us that this is important for you to understand what we are doing today so that when it comes, when you see it in the exam, you'll be able to know how to answer the question, okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it when we say like root word, it is that isn't it the root word referring to verb only? It's
No,
also
the
referring to
root word can be a noun, a verb,
okay.
the root of a word.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. We okay? All right, let's continue. So via Habosh, I think, yeah, Dominic. Habosh means to be tied.
To be what? Tied?
Tied.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dominic, can you tell us what the verb there is? You don't need to translate, the word, but you just need to tell me what the verb is, the function of the verb there. Is it object suffix? Is it plain spelling? Is it what is it?
Which one are we doing again?
Via Habosh. The one after Yom, to the left of Yom.
Habosh. Is it verb conversive?
Yes, that's verb conversive. Yeah. Okay, so let's move to the next one, lo. Just under Yom, we have lo. Jim, what is the verb there?
Which one?
Lo, the one under Yom.
So I missed somewhere.
Huh?
I missed somewhere.
You?
I missed somewhere. I didn't follow the.
I will say we are doing different, we are identifying the different verbs. And so it could be a verb conjunction, it could be a verb conversive, it could be a prefix complement, it could be, so what is it? What is the verb function?
Can you say the number? Like,
huh?
Which one? Like,
On the first column, on the right column, the fourth one.
This is low, right?
Yes, low. So what is the verb there? Is it a part of the root? Is it an affix pronoun? Is it an object suffix? Is it a planet? What is it?
I think this is not reversive. It's not reversive. It's something.
What is le? The le.
Object. Is it?
Yes.
Is it object something? Object suffix?
Yes, it's an object suffix, correct. Because we have le, which is a preposition, and then or which is a pronominal suffix, which is an object suffix. Okay. So we will move to who. Amos.
Yes.
What is the verb in who?
Who means he, so verb is just part of the root.
It's a part of the
root.
Correct. It's a part of the root. Ami. The next one, Vekal. Vekal, sorry.
Verb conjunction.
Verb conjunction. Yes, correct. It's a verb conjunction. And all. Okay. We continue via that. This one we've just seen it, so maybe we will not go to it. Sanghyun.
Yes, ma'am.
Vayomeru.
Biometric.
Yeah. There is two verbs in it. One at the beginning and one at the end. What is the first one?
Biometric, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Bioderu.
Yes.
Bioderu, right?
No. What did you say?
Which one, ma'am?
Biomeru. What is-
Bioderu.
I just want to know what the verb is. The verb at the beginning and the verb at the end.
Only that one.
Yeah, you don't need to read it. Just
Okay,
what
ma'am.
it is.
This one, verb composite. The first one, verb composite, and the last one, this one, affix form. Three. It's a part of the affix form. 3 CPL.
Affix.
Affix, yes.
Okay, look at the elements again. We have verb, and then what do we have under?
Showa.
Shewa.
It's a verb composite.
Sorry, no. We don't have shewa. We have verb, and then Vayomeru is where we are. The second one on your, okay, on the right column, the second one from the bottom.
The second, yeah. Right column. Biometric. Yes, ma'am. And the first one. And last one. Oh, it's different, man.
Yes.
This one. Just a second, please. This one. Prefix. Prefix. Oh, no, not prefix. Yeah, prefix form, ma'am.
Prefix. Yes. No, it's a verb conversive because it has pata and.
Pata and yod. Yod is.
I think the yod has
prefix, ma'am. Prefix, right? Prefix.
And then the last one is, I cannot hear you clearly. And then the last one is?
Last one is prefix form, ma'am.
Prefix, what do we call it? Prefix?
Prefix 2FSG.
Prefix complement.
Prefix complement, yes, ma'am. That's why.
Prefix complement.
Yes.
So the last one is a prefix complement.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So I want to encourage us to memorize it.
Is it I got a question.
Yeah.
Is it a prefix complement because of the prefix yod?
Yes.
Okay, so
Because
if it
of
was
the verb conversive.
yeah, so if the yod wasn't there, it would be a pronominal suffix then. If there was no yod.
No, pronominal suffixes are normally come with nouns and prepositions like that. So that's one thing you need to remind yourself. It comes with nouns and prepositions and the definite direct object marker. So this is a verb. Amar is a verb.
What's that mean again?
Amar.
I forgot.
Amar, to say.
To say.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Sure. Oh, there's a meme something.
Huh?
The next one has metek.
Which one? Yes.
Can't remember.
Meteg. Okay, so we do have an assignment. You can check on it on Moodle. For lesson 8, please check on it on Moodle, but use your, wait a minute. It's already open on Moodle. So please check the assignment on Moodle. And then we will see. Just a minute. Stephen, you sent me something. I'm unable to download it.
No, before I just send the picture so you can show the class.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to download it. What is it?
I think no need for now.
Oh, okay. All right then. I will look at it still. I'll try and look at it.
You see the ultrasound of your baby?
No, for the class. Something for the class. Yeah. All right. So I think that will be it for today. Please check your assignment. It is due tomorrow. And if you've not handed in your assignment for lesson 7, I better find it.
Moodle lesson 8, page 52.
Yes.
Oh, number 1, 2, 3, 8, and 10.
Yes.
Wow, so many, ma'am.
Actually, actually because of the way the situation is, we normally should have about 6 or 7 sentences for translation. But now because of the current situation, I'm trying to see how to make it a bit more manageable. So.
What is the meaning of the David star there in number 5, 6, and 7?
Where are you looking at in the text?
The assignment, yeah.
In the textbook?
Textbook, yeah.
David.
The meaning of?
Number 5, 6, and 7 have a David star, right?
Yeah.
What's the meaning there?
Actually, I'm not so sure. Actually, I've never thought about it. I also used to see it, but I've never really thought about it. Maybe it's something to check out and see.
1, 2, 3, 8, and 10. Okay.
Actually, I'll look at it and find out what that is. Interesting. I've seen it so many times, but I've never really thought about it. Yeah. Okay, then that's it for today. Just make sure I get the lesson 7 in. And any other assignments that have not been handed in. Okay. Thank you. God bless you. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hi,
But, oh,
Romero. Love you, bro.
actually,
Hi, Romero. I love you.
you guys, if
Love you, bro, Dominic.
have a question, you can send it to me.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Actually, it's not a question. I would like to ask you a favor. Could you identify the bottom word in second column?
Second color.
Shame u.
Shameu, yeah.
Yes. Could you identify?
Yeah, that is Carl affix.
Carl affix.
Yeah. Carl affix 3CP. Third person common plural.
Carl affix. And the verb, ma'am, the last one.
Oh, you're asking what that is? That's an affix pronoun.
Yes, affix pronoun.
Yes, for third person common plural.
Come on. Oh, I see.
Yeah. And
Thank
the
you.
last is possessive. The
Thank
last
you,
one is a possessive suffix.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, then.
Have a blessed day, ma'am.
You too. Have a good day. Anybody else with a question? Okay. Take care. Okay.
Bye, ma'am.
All right.